It's an honor to introduce Michael Schroeder as part of our Earth Week 2012 celebration.
Great, thank you very much. And I'm going to try to avoid using the microphone. Just you can hear me all right?
Yes.
Okay. I am the executive director of the Quittapahilla Creek Garbage Museum. The Quittapahilla Creek Garbage Museum is a ridiculous institution. To call myself the executive director of the Quittapahilla Creek Garbage Museum is absurd. The whole notion of a garbage museum is utterly ludicrous. But I'll tell you, you know what's even more ludicrous, even more ridiculous, is to walk down by the banks of the Quitte to see the extraordinary accumulations of plastic garbage that just saturate the Quittapahilla Creek watershed. I have some images here. It's hard to capture this on film. It's sort of like trying to take a picture of the Grand Canyon, right? You can never quite get it on film. So these are just some sort of sample photographs that are intended to illustrate the ubiquity of plastic garbage in the Quittapahilla Creek watershed. Here's one way I tried to capture this. We're going to take a walk. And as the photos will go by pretty quickly, notice in the lower corner, in the lower part of the photos, my foot. Okay, so every step I took a photograph. I tried to get my foot in the photo. So let's just take a quick walk. You can follow my progress here with the little bits of garbage. Left foot. And I go. You walk, and you walk, and you look down, and it goes on into infinity, basically from Lebanon all the way to Harrisburg. I haven't done the walk, but I've walked enough to know that this is indeed the case. So, what this raises for me is, what the heck is going on here, right? How do we sort of understand this phenomenon of our waterways being utterly saturated with garbage? As you can see here, this is a global phenomenon, right? That Dr. Charles Moore, as I say, sort of discovered this. And what this is, you can't even really see it from space. You need to trawl through the ocean, and what you get is an abundance of tiny pieces of plastic. Because what plastic does is it decomposes without biodegrading, right? It'll break up into smaller and smaller chunks, but the molecules remain intact. And as you probably know, plastic molecules are unprecedented in the history of planet Earth. They've never existed before, and they don't biodegrade. The vast majority don't. Some do, the vast majority don't. So this is like a huge experiment that human beings are undertaking with the planet, with what consequences we really have no idea. Garbage is big business. Here are some basic statistics about, there's much more that could be said. I don't want to bury you with statistics. But it is big business. Waste Management Incorporated is the largest waste stream corporation in the country, with revenues exceeding $13 billion a year. The quantities of garbage that we produce are absolutely staggering. According to the best figures that I can find, about 6 billion tons of plastic are produced worldwide. 12 trillion pounds a year. According to, again, the best figures, about 10 to 12% of this waste stream is composed of plastic. Here's kind of a breakdown. This is on average and overall, but it ranges between 10 and 12%. As I mentioned earlier, the vast majority of this plastic, it decomposes into smaller and smaller chunks, but it never biodegrades, and the molecules never disappear from the ecosystem. Here's a good example. This is plucked out of the Quitte, and you can see how it's sort of coming apart. What happened to the plastic molecules that were here? Well, they're still out there somewhere, as it breaks into smaller and smaller chunks. What is happening here? What is all this accumulation, this saturation of our ecosystem with this non-biodegradable substances? What does that mean? How do we sort of wrap our heads around this? Some of the connections that I've made, and I encourage you to think about your own. You'll note that this whole event, that Earth Week, is being sponsored by the Sustainability Task Force. And this term, sustainability, it seems to me, should be in everyone's working vocabulary. And I'm sad to say that I think at the present time it's not. I've canvassed my students. Does sustainability mean anything to you? Right? What does sustainability signify? Well, I don't know, I've heard of it, etc. So it seems to me that thinking about the meaning of sustainability is one of the sort of preconditions for dealing with this issue. There are so many things that people can jump into to try to connect local and global issues. What can you do? Do something ridiculous, right? Do something absurd. Go try to clean up the Queen, which again is in some ways a losing battle, but it can't hurt.